What does one call a dinosaur wearing a Tudor Black Bay? A cliché Snorus Rex, obviously. Too harsh? Not nearly enough. Okay, hi guys, and welcome to the show. And I'm joined once again by Marc from Long Island Watch. How are you, sir?
Good, how you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Nice.
Slightly different setup here.
I like it.
You do?
I'm actually very cozy.
Good, nice.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it keeps my back straight.
Yes, good.
I'm forced to, and you know, it's actually warmer in here than usual, which I really enjoy as well.
Okay,
I'm
good.
a very cold person.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, temperature-wise, not, you know, friendliness-wise.
Okay, right. So what are we going to talk about today?
Yeah.
Well, I consulted you guys on Instagram, and we're talking about overrated watches. So would you like to go? Oh, we should do wristwatch check first.
Oh, sure. I'm wearing two today.
Of course, yeah.
Isn't that odd? I'm actually wearing two Islanders, which I guess wasn't really planned. I brought a bunch of watches with me. This is a new GMT. It's got the 9075, so it's a Traveler's GMT.
Right, I remember
So
this.
this is
yeah.
we call this the Port Jeff GMT.
Very
and
nice.
then this is the green port. It's a
I haven't
vertical
seen this.
date, just like your old Seikos and Citizens. from
Yeah,
yesteryear.
I love
So,
the hands.
Thank you. Yeah, like syringe hands. Pretty
Those
cool,
crazy
right?
hands, yeah. So it's like an archipelago of
Archipelago. Like
isn't that a collection of islands?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Aleutian Islands
Yeah.
is an archipelago.
It's an archipelago of islanders.
Yes,
There you go.
yes, that is my life. And how about you?
Oh yeah, I wore this
for the
deliberately
video.
for this video.
Got
Yeah, it's a Tudor Submariner. This is this. I have to look at the notes because I can never remember any digits.
I don't do reference numbers.
Bigger than two numbers, I can't remember. What is it? Oh yeah, 79090. There we go. And it's on the Valor strap, which I I designed this one completely from Wrist Candy Watch Club. The crimson is a nod to the ribbon on a Victoria Cross medal that one of my ancestors posthumously was awarded.
Cool.
So I thought military strap, little nod to him.
Got it.
It's a kind of play on the Bond.
Yeah, it is. It also picks up the crimson in your lovely jacket.
Exactly.
It's corduroy, in case you can't tell,
Yeah.
for you people at home.
Exactly, that's why I went with this jacket, you know?
I didn't wear my blazer today.
I picked the watch and then I picked the clothes.
Love
Do you
it.
do that? No? Okay.
Not at all.
Maybe it's just me. I think it's just me then. So what was your pick?
So I actually brought my pick today, and it's probably fairly controversial because I own one.
Right.
I don't get the hype around the Speedmaster.
This is the reduced, right?
This is the reduced, so I got this in 94.
Are we talking this automatic version or
Speedmaster in general.
Ah, okay.
I don't get it. Watch has been around since the 50s.
Yeah.
And it just seems every year they just do something different to it.
Yeah.
It's just, what was the recent one? White dial.
It was
or
a
something?
white dial, yeah.
And people are just gaga goo goo for it.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and no, if that floats your boat, that's great.
Right.
I just don't see it. It's a great watch.
Yeah.
You know, when I went to Basel, Basel, no more. I think it was like 2019. The Omega booth was literally just pictures of Speedmasters since
Right.
the 50s every year. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe they keep the legacy alive and they keep changing it and they make people want to buy it. And when I thought about that, I was like, wow, Rolex is kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that about Rolex. When's the last time they came out with a new model?
I think it was like the Sky. No, well, then that 1908 last year, but it's not.
That what even? That's a Submariner that's titanium and bigger. When's the last time they?
No, I was talking about the.
Oh, okay.
It replaced the Cellini. It's like this very like dressy
Oh,
watch.
okay.
Do you know?
Okay.
You
No,
know?
I don't.
No,
but
right. Because you don't follow.
I don't follow it.
No.
But you know, I don't know. I feel like they're just still resting on laurels from long ago. And
But you still love it.
I like it.
You like it. You don't love it.
I don't wear it at
Yeah.
all. And people that follow me know that it's almost never on my wrist.
You have told me, but how come you own one?
It was a graduation gift from high school from my parents.
Wow.
From
Okay.
making top 20 in my grade.
You got that at high school?
High school.
Wow.
But, dude, but this is, I mean, I guess money inflates, right? But I think it was maybe $1,000. Again, I know people go, oh, we got $1,000, whatever. Be that as it may.
Yeah.
I wore it to death for a long time.
Yeah.
Like years and years and years. And then it just kind of just fell out of favor. At this point, it's a chronograph. At
the time, did you know what it was?
I started researching it after I got it. Yeah, I knew I wanted one. This is after the time when I started being interested in watches. Sapphire Sandwich, I think, was starting to come out. People
you were aware of the lore.
Yeah, I went to the Omega boutique. I got the book
okay.
and stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna own this one and this one. To me, the coolest one they've come out with is the Snoopy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I may have some footage of that. I did see one.
That's super duper cool. And like you flip the case back over, and Snoopy's going around.
And you like blue? It's got a little touch of blue.
Oh, yeah,
so
it does. It does. Yeah. I love the blue. And that's, you know, I'm sorry. I'm being apologetic. I don't have to be.
No, you don't. In fact,
and
actually,
good for them. I'm happy for them.
Just in case I cut out the beginning bit, I made an announcement asking for your suggestions, and one of the top ones.
No way.
Was Speedmaster.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I guess people are just sick of it.
I think so. I think it's oversaturated, and I think it's devalued. You know, putting so many.
Maybe the Moonswatch kind of devalued
well,
the RC a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously elevated Swatch, but maybe devalued the Speedmaster.
Yeah, a horse that's been flogged into.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Pate, you know.
Yeah. If you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah. Pate. Hype aside, as a watch, it is a very tastefully done classic.
It's very well done. It's easy to read.
Yeah.
The chronograph is easy to use. Again, easy to tell the time. It's got its own style, I guess, in my opinion, of watches from the last 60 or 70 years. It doesn't copy anything else. It looks like, well, we'd say it looks like a Speedmaster.
Right.
The bracelet is interesting. You know, it's got the extra links next to the center links, all other stuff going for it.
I got to show you my Genera, this little Tissot that I reissued. I've done a video, I'll add a link somewhere. It's the progenitor of the Speedmaster.
Got it.
And when you see it, because it was a collaboration between Omega and Tissot from the 30s, you can start to see, oh, that's where it comes from.
That's where it comes
you know, I'll show it to you later.
Cool.
We'll come back to your pick, because I think a lot of what I'm going to say, and I mean, look at all these.
I have another pick, and
you have? Okay.
I did.
Right.
You can do yours, and if I have time, I'll do it. If not, don't worry about it.
I have to preface this by saying, if you own this watch and you love it, I'm not trying to diminish that.
Same thing with the Speedmaster, please. We're just a couple of idiots.
Don't come for me, you know. But I have to say, and this thing has grown. Like my, it's not loathing. It's just I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
And it's the Black Bay.
Yep.
When it first came out, I was one of the first people I know. I got the red bezel with the smiling text, ETA, rose on the dial. And I really tried to love it, but it was this huge slab-like thing. The excitement for me got the better of me.
Okay.
And it's taken them when was that? It was like, I don't even know, 2015 was it?
I was going to say about 10 years ago.
10 years to get right, right? And in that time, they've done chronographs. They've done a version 36 millimeter trying to be an explorer. They've done the GMT that's trying to be what is it trying to be? The 1655, right? Oh God, where do I even start with all of this?
I don't get the names of them. The 58 is not 58 millimeter, a different size, and this and that. And
yeah, the 58 refers to a year, I think.
A year or whatever. But I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Bay craze is crazy.
If you look at the Tudor website, it's just Black Bay, Black Bay, Black Bay. Oh, and by the way, we also do a chronograph here and this watch.
Right.
And this is something I've noticed, is that Tudor's very quick to kind of hide under the carpet anything that wasn't successful. So what happened to the North flag? What happened to the
cool watch?
Yeah,
I
that's
like
good.
The North flag.
The Fast Rider Black Shield. Do you remember that chronograph?
No, I
all blacked out. What happened to that? No mention on the website. The lady, I put Lady Gaga. That was just a controversy.
Gaga.
Where else could you see Bon Jovi, Madame Gaga, and the Coldplay under one roof?
That's perfect.
They pretend like that never happened now. The Advisor, highly underrated alarm watch. They have an alarm watch.
Like a vibrating alarm?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Aeronaut, which is one of the
I know.
ugliest watches I've ever seen. I'm sorry, but it can't make up its mind what the hell it wants to be. You know they even had a Tudor tank?
No.
It looks like a Cartier
And
tank.
that's a recent thing? Way back.
Yeah, way back.
Got it.
The Hydronaut. Does anyone remember that? Have you seen the Hydronaut?
The name sounds familiar to me, but I'm not sure I can pick it up.
It was a failed experiment. They tried to evolve the Submariner, this watch, but into more modern. I kind of like it, but it's you try and find anything out about it, it doesn't exist. You know? What really cements this for me is I look at the Pelagos and I think that's what the Black Bay should have been. A large problem for me is the incoherent meshing of snowflake hands with round and rectangle, the Submariner style dial layout. It should have been like the Pelagos did with the square. It just, there's something that works. It's like the Pelagos is an evolution. It's a continuation of what Tudor were doing.
Got it.
And I get that, I understand that they're trying to, it was vintage inspired, and they were kind of early on to that, but it's a bit played out.
Clear that divers rule the day.
Well, yeah.
Everything you just said.
Are they still the most highest selling?
Yeah, it's the highest selling genre of watches. I mean, look at the two years, like Black Bay and Pelagos. I mean, it's divers.
Do you like the Pelagos?
I do actually. I like the blue.
You like the blue? Yeah.
It plays nice in the like the blasted titanium look.
Yeah.
That was really good.
It's like a real
I'll admit,
tool watch.
Yeah,
you know?
it is. I've had the privilege of handling one a couple of years ago. I was like, wow, it's a really nice looking watch.
I've borrowed so many Black Bays. They're nice. They're very nice. They're beautifully, well, they used to, I don't know about now, but the quality was great.
Right.
Finishing, they were good value for money, Kosk, in-house now, blah, blah. Very, very nice. Just something not
there for you.
Yeah, and it's weird because this is so dated. This is so fragile in comparison. But yet it's the imperfections of all of this. It's not even a ratcheted bezel on this old one.
Oh, it's not, it's a slider?
Yeah, it's bi-directional, which is, for a diver, it's a big no-no,
it's
right?
A big no-no. That's a big ISO no-no.
But yet, I love it.
Interesting.
And I think the more I analyze this, I wrote that sometimes it's the imperfections that give something character.
Got it. So maybe in like 20, 30 years, you'll appreciate the Black Bay. So where we're going with this.
But then it really will be vintage.
Yeah, it'll be vintage.
Yeah, I don't know.
And they'll still be making them.
Yeah. I don't pay attention to the market, so guys, you're going to have to fill me in the comments, but there was a time when the 58 first came out and nobody could get them and blah, blah, blah. It was kind of, were they going in a Rolex direction?
Right.
And, you know, what do you feel about the Black Bay?
Tudor's, to me, is always a poor man's Rolex.
Right.
And that's just the way I feel. I'll probably never own one.
You're not interested in them?
No, not at all.
Not at all?
Not at all. Yeah, really.
Okay.
Sorry, really not. I'm not. My tastes go in a totally different direction.
Interesting.
You know, if I didn't already have a Submariner, I'm not sure I would ever really buy one.
Right.
You know, it's just, my tastes just run different. And it's not, has nothing to do with price. I own, my favorite watch currently is my little yellow G-Shock.
Right, yeah.
I love that damn thing.
Yeah.
And my tastes go all over the gamut. And it's just not a brand for me. It just doesn't ring true. Just like if I didn't have a Speedmaster, I don't think I'd go out and buy one.
Interesting.
Not really. Maybe the Snoopy one, because I think it's cool. But yeah, no, it doesn't. I tend to divest away from mainstream, and that's my life in general.
We are similar in that regard, where the more something becomes beloved, the more we go.
The more I don't want it.
Yeah.
And it's a problem for owning a watch store because I have to get what I don't want. Right. I have to sell what I don't want, you know?
Right.
There's Seikos that sell day in, day out in the store, crazy numbers. I'm like, I don't want that thing.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting. That is interesting. One of the things I wanted to ask you about when it comes to Tudor, to you, it will always be a poor man's Rolex, right?
Unfortunately.
And that
was the way I grew up.
Right. The dichotomy of that relationship. You see, I like older Tudors that were more faithful to Rolex.
Like with the rose.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I have no qualms about it as you perceive it, right? And every time they try and step out of that shadow, it either becomes a really hot mess, or they do occasionally do something interesting. Like I do like the Ranger, like, and I do like the Monte Carlo, the chronographs, which we'll talk about in a spoiler in a future video. So they are capable
of doing other things.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I want the best of both, and maybe it's only possible to do one, or
right.
I don't know. How do you feel about that whole situation?
Stepping out of comfort zones is something that, you know, I think a lot of companies try, like you mentioned in the beginning, all the models that seem to be swept under the rug. And, you know, sometimes it's just throwing darts at the dartboard and seeing what hits and seeing what doesn't hit. I think there's a lot of public perception of the brand and what the brand should be producing. So if they came out with, I don't know, a skeleton watch, maybe the most beautiful skeleton watch in the world, maybe affordably priced, but people don't want that out of their Tudor.
Right.
You know, right? I mean, if that be,
it's not within brand.
Seiko could come out with the best smartwatch ever. It's not their thing though.
And they kind of did in the past.
I'm saying like a real integrated,
right,
you know, and you know, like a Garmin type of thing.
I can see all the reaction videos. To
yeah,
that.
It's like, what are you doing? It's stay in your lane is what
I
say.
guess
maybe they're struggling to find their lane. Well, maybe they're not. Maybe they're doing great.
I think they are doing great, but to me, a good example of Tudor doing the right thing is the Pelagos.
Right.
It's by no means as successful as the Black Bay.
Right. Well, they're all in on snowflake hands. They've now copyrighted, trademarked, patented, 100%. You can't have a watch with snowflake hands. I removed the term snowflake from my website just for selling hands. Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't get any letters in the mail. That's happened in the past and other stuff. But yeah, no, they are 100% money down. All the cards are on the table. They are owning snowflake.
It's their things.
It's their thing.
Fair enough.
But you know what? Hey, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Right. Indeed. Should I read some comments?
Yeah,
should we get some reaction from you guys? Here we go. Okay. Oh, Hugo Mountbatten actually commented. He said, anything not gold, darling, obviously. I don't know what that means.
Anything not gold is overrated.
Ah, right.
So stainless steel.
Anything not gold is hyped.
Got it.
So he
really just goes for the upper echelon.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I understand that, fine. Omega Speedmaster.
Wow.
They went to the moon 50 years ago. What else has it done since? Ooh, that's harsh.
Brutality.
Still the only watch I did learn, and probably a lot of people know, it's still the only watch qualified for an EVA, which is an extra vehicular or whatever, for when they go out.
Right.
When you're in the space shuttle, they can wear
anything.
Tons of, I don't know if it's anything, but
they wear
they can wear G-Shocks, Timex, whatever, Ironmans, but if they're going out, that's the only one.
Kieran at Top Tier Ticker, sorry. He says, PRX, hyped into oblivion. Way better options out there for the same, for the style and price. Yeah, I agree.
Did you see Movado just came out with?
Yes, I took a picture. I was about to text you. I literally.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I took a picture.
Oh my God. I thought it was a joke. Like that.
No,
I saw the picture and I thought it was a joke.
Yeah. It is a little bit desperate, isn't it?
Well, you're a little late to the party.
Yeah.
Right? The style's not going to be around forever.
No.
You know, it's not like a diver. Divers will be around forever.
Hublot, mate. Gaudy. And I hate to say it, but since I'm a Tudor BB owner, but yeah. So they own the Tudor Black Bay, but they agree it's overhyped.
Got it.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Well, at least you're honest about yourself. I respect that. They should have brought back the Submariner. Yes, I agree. Oh yeah, and the Black Bay sounds like a location in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Where does the name come from? I don't know the origins.
I showed it in the previous video. It's apparently, I might be getting this wrong. I should know because I wrote and researched it.
We forget.
It's a cove that divers go into that's supposedly like the most challenging.
Got it. Understood.
You know what? Watch the video.
So it is a place.
Yeah.
See, when I first heard the term Black Bay, I just assumed it was an all-black watch.
Yes, me too.
And that is, you know.
Anything that ends with master. Does that include the Rangemaster?
Oh no.
How dare you, sir? Right, ban, block. No, no, I don't do that. Titanium watches. This is interesting. And I asked him, I actually responded to this guy.
Oh, okay.
This is Stephen. Thank you, Stephen, by the way. He said, I said, interesting, any particular reason? And he just said, I feel the authenticity's gone, and it's falling into a premium variation. Pelagos, yes. Belcanto, yes. Ingenieur, Chronomaster Sport, confused emoji. Overhyped. All the watches I don't have. Undervalued. All the watches I own.
That's a good one.
That's from Super Gremlin. Cool name. I like that. The Speedmaster. Professional is overhyped and overdone. I used to want one, but gotten completely sick of it.
Everyone's got one.
Yeah, but would love a vintage Omega Flightmaster. Have you seen the Flightmaster? The old?
No.
Seiko actually asked for the name, and Omega.
Right, I know there's
Yeah,
I know there's
Omega
history
gave
there.
it to them.
Right.
Because it was a failed attempt at making this. It's a really cool watch. I've borrowed one from one of the competition winners at the Moyer event I did. Had one, brought one in, and I'd never.
Cool.
It was a crazy watch. Over-engineered, and they went over budget, and
Got it.
It was a ridiculous watch. Black Bay, Speedy. Oh, I believe that the Rolex Daytona, AP Royal Oak. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Patek Nautilus are overhyped. All amazing watches, but a bit overhyped. Personally, believe that the Rolex OP Rhodium dial
That's a silver dial.
is very underrated. Interesting. Okay. IWC. Honestly, I don't get that brand. A lot of upvotes for that. How do you feel about IWC?
Make pilot's watches.
Because they supplied both sides in the war. Do you feel any
I don't care.
any?
We've been through this.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
I find that a bit. That's more disturbing than just supplying your own.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Talk about being in it for the money. Huh?
Yeah, I find that more unscrupulous. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Unsettling.
Unsettling. I'll edit that out.
Listen, don't mention the war. I mentioned it once, but I think I got away with it all right.
Mechanical/automatic watches are overhyped. Wow. Well, yeah, it's all hype, really.
Well,
Isn't
it is because they're far less accurate than cheap quartz watches.
Indeed.
So why the hell do you need one?
Unpopular opinion: the Rolex Explorer, overexposed, overpriced, no see-through caseback. The see-through casebacks came up a lot.
Yeah, well, this Rolex is starting that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, with the
Daytona.
and that watch I mentioned earlier, the 1908. They put one in that.
They're showing off their goods, I guess.
Yeah, it's proof that they're going in a higher.
Either that, or it's it also makes it harder to.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
For sure.
About the Explorer, I completely agree. In all fairness, when I got my first Explorer at the beginning of this channel 10 years ago, and I've done a whole video all about it, I thought it was boring, didn't really get it, fell in love with it, and that was before the hype. And now I have changed my perception because the hype has kind of permeated into my perception. It's kind of polluted it a bit.
Got it.
But I still think it's awesome. I've got to do a part 2 to that video. Stay tuned. Black Bay, Rolex, SKX. Oh no, but laughing, crying face. No, it's not at all. Well, maybe because the 6309 was more awesome. Was that a predecessor? Right.
Oh, wait, by far. Yeah, well, far. 20 years? 15 years?
Rolex Submariner.
Yeah.
A lot of that. Frank Mueller.
I don't see him too much.
Richard Mille. We talked a lot about Richard.
We have. I think the last time I was here was when we talked about that one.
Bronze cases.
Limited market too for a bronze case.
I'm guilty of that. I bought into that.
Yeah, I don't have one.
It's a bit like the Black Bay. I tried to get into it.
You couldn't.
It was fun at first, but then I just got bored and
You got to give it time. You got to give it like 10, 20 years, for it to build up its nice character.
I don't have 10. I've got too many watches.
It's true.
Right, I think we'll leave it there. Guys, well, thank you very much for sponsoring the production of this video. Check out Marc's channel, Instagram, all of that good stuff. Links down below.
Thank you.
Also, very important, do add your watch model, watch brand, anything you like, but also the crucial part, I think, is why. I want to hear your reasons, and maybe we'll read them out in a future video or something. Sure. And don't forget to like this video, especially if you want to see more free and independent content like this. I will catch you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Actually, we'll catch you in the next one. We will catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Onwards and upwards. Ciao.
Bye.